Okay, everyone. It is about that time. We're going to play some music. I know you're all very excited about that there PlayStation. But now it's time for some jams. Hello! Hi. Let me tweak that camera angle ever so slightly. I had to adjust some things, so bear with me. There we go. That looks a little better. Hi! I hope you're all very excited for that PlayStation 5, because this stream has absolutely nothing to do with any of that. So there. We're back on Be Drummin with more drumming, is what I'm going to be doing today, as always. I just want to lower that shot. It's a little... There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's the angle I want. Folks, there is a theme this week, and I'm just going to say what it is. How are my levels, by the way? Just let me know, because I had to tweak some stuff in OBS, and I just want to make sure that I sound okay. If I don't, let me know. Real quick, before I start this off. Good, fine, level good. All right, peaking a little bit. Yeah, I can just turn my mic down ever so slightly. This mic kind of peaks no matter what, but there you go. Okay. With that, I'm gonna put it down right about there. That's as far as I'm gonna go. All right, today's theme. Here we go. As you know, I've been playing the Euro Truck Simulator over the last several weeks. I've been enjoying a lot of hot Euro jams during that time. So I thought this would be a good time to make a playlist of songs from around the world. And by that I mean primarily Europe, but not exclusively. There are some other places, but this is an international themed playlist, shall we say. So with that, real quick, I will just say the vast majority of the songs in here I have biased toward songs in the native languages of the band, but there are a few that are in English here. There's one band that's actually from America, but you'll understand why it's on there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to move on over. I'm going to hit the A button on this, and I'm going to move over to the gameplay, and then we're going to start playing. How does that sound? Does that sound good? I think that sounds good. All right. I'm hitting the button. I'm going to switch over and let the rocking commence.
In einer Welt, in der man nur noch lebt, damit man täglich Roboten geht, ist die größte Aufregung, die es noch gibt, das allabendliche Fernsehbild. Jeder Mensch lebt wie ein Uhrwerk, wie ein Computer programmiert. Es gibt keinen, der sich dagegen wehrt, nur ein paar Jugendliche sind frustriert. Wenn am Himmel die Sonne untergeht, beginnt für die Crooks der Tag. In kleinen Banden sammeln sie sich, gehen gemeinsam auf die Jagd. Hey! ob mit Stöcken oder Steinen. Irgendwann platzt jeder Kopf. Das nächste Opfer ist schon dran, wenn ihr den lieben Gott noch fragt. Warum hast du nichts getan? Nichts getan? Hey, hier kommt Alex. Vorhang auf für seine Horrorshow. Hey, hier kommt Alex. Vorhang auf für ein kleines bisschen Horrorshow. Hey, hier kommt Alex. Vorhang auf für ein kleines bisschen Horrorshow.
First one in the books. Now, before I move on, I just want to double check and make sure that the game audio is the right level. So let me know. If it sounds okay to you, then I'm just going to move on to the next one. But I want to make sure. Game is great. Yum yum. Sounds okay. Audio good. Sounds good. Sounds perfect. That's all I need to hear. Let's move on to the next song. We're going to be in Germany for a little bit. Let's enjoy it. It's a lovely country. I've got like a piece of dust or fuzz or something that's on my face, and it's making me crazy. Oh well. All right. 9. 9. 9. Let's keep it moving. We've got some more German songs from some bands that I, honest to God, I don't know a damn thing about other than that they're in this video game. Like this next one. I don't know who they are. This song's pretty good, though.
Mit jeder Welle kam ein Traum. Träume gehen vorüber, dein Brett ist verstaubt. Deine Zweifel schäumen über, das ein Leben lang gewartet. Hast gehofft, dass es sie gibt, hast den Glauben fast verloren, hast dich nicht vom Fleck bewegt. Jetzt kommen sie langsam auf dich zu, das Wasser schlägt dir ins Gesicht. Siehst dein Leben wie ein Film, du kannst nicht glauben, dass sie bricht. Das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag. Dich einfach von ihr tragen, denk am besten gar nicht nach. Das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag. Es wird mehr als du weißt, es wird mehr als du sagst. Deine Hände sind schon taub, ist Salz in deinen Augen, zwischen Tränen und Staub. Fällt es schwer noch dran zu glauben, du hast dein Leben lang gewartet, hast die Wellen nie gezählt, das ist alles nicht gewollt, hast viel zu schnell gelebt, jetzt kommen sie langsam auf dich zu, das Wasser schlägt dir ins Gesicht, siehst dein Leben wie ein Film, du kannst nicht glauben, dass sie bricht, das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag, dich einfach von ihr tragen, denk am besten gar nicht nach, das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag, es wird mehr als du weißt, es wird mehr als du sagst. Du stellst dich in den Sturm und schreist, ich bin hier, ich bin frei, was ich will ist Zeit, ich bin hier, ich bin frei, dich in den Sturm und schreist, ich bin hier, ich bin frei, bin hier, ich bin frei. Das ist die perfekte Welle. Das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag, dich einfach von ihr tragen, denk am besten gar nicht nach. Das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag, es gibt mehr als du weißt, es gibt mehr als du sagst. Das ist die perfekte Welle, das ist der perfekte Tag dafür. Das ist die perfekte Welle.
That was one of the first Euro jams they put out for Rock Band. Yuli. I have, again, no idea what the deal with that band is, but I like that song. I should look into their stuff. If I haven't by now, I'm not going to, but I should. Folks, I'm going to tell you something before we move into the next song here. I got new headphones. My old ones, the padding had almost entirely worn off, and they were not really gonna last much longer. So I got some new ones, and these are like literally the same model of Sony headphones that I had before, and they sound so much better. Oh my God, like so much better. It's ridiculous. I forgot that music could sound like this. It's so much better. Oh my God. All right, well, now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the next song. More German music from a band that I don't know anything about.
Ich sehe das
Oh my. Song's a workout for being a very straightforward rock beat. Hot damn. All right. We got a couple more German songs. You know, I wanted to intersperse some different stuff in here. I feel like when a lot of people think of German music, they think of harsh industrial and you know, sparse electronica and whatnot. But you know, there's some upbeat, there's some snappy stuff in there. Anyway, here's some KMFDM. There it is. Could have not played that one. All right. We got one more song coming straight out of Germany. We got a little bit of a wind-up on this one, so I'll just start it. It's got an intro, and it's a long intro. Not really for any good reason either. It has a long outro too. This song really doesn't know when to start or stop. It's not a bad song. It just needs someone to maybe edit some of it. Is what I'm trying to say here.
Verdammt lang her, weil ich weiß alles eins noch. Verdammt lang her, weil ich an Jätchen bleib.
Yes, I know the mic's still on. Don't worry.
Und dann der Schock, wie dann das auf mich zukommt. Merkwürdig wohl, so mancher Hass lang
I feel like a lot of like anthem rock in the 80s, which I think is when this song was released, they have these just engorged intros.
Hat ich auch kapiert. Wär alles, wenn's dir klappt, hinter dir
All right, I'm gonna turn the mic off now. We're almost there.
die Schulter klopft, werd ich wieder so viel. Sie schauen rot, so wie die Dinge vornimmst. Und ich darf's drum ganz einfach ignoriert. Es ist lang her, da dich fürst zu ihr trotlos stund. Und für Enttäuschung echt nimm ich Grund. Wie jetzt
think like it's over. You think like, okay, yeah, no, they're just doing a little guitar noodling at the end, whatever, the song's gonna end. Hey, it doesn't. It doesn't. He needs to get a few more of those verdammt lang hairs in there. I'm gonna wipe my face off. If that doesn't get rid of it, nothing will. It's like that Kids in the Hall sketch where Bruce McCullough is the boss who has the cucumber stuck in his mustache and he just can't get rid of it, no matter how much he tries. I think there's like 20 seconds left. Just need to do that little bit of whisper singing at the end, just really kind of, hammer home the emotion of it all. Nigeth in the chat saying, this is usually one of their encores. It hits audiences like Freebird would. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like their big, dramatic encore finale song. And there you go. All right. Well, that is the last of the German bands on here. We have some other places to go. I'm going to do a few more here before I take like a real break. But first, we're going to head south to Italy. We got a few songs from Italia. And as part of my community service toward the Italian community, here they all are.
Suona
they have pop punk in Italy. They've got pop punk everywhere, I assume. There's at least one pop punk band within the borders of every country in the world, I would think. We got a couple more Italian songs. Let's play them. Let's do it. No more pop punk, I don't think, but more songs.
Bro, bro, proibito, bro, bro, è proibito, è proibito. Qui niente male, mi sembra un funerale. Chi muore solo ti ammazza per il pane. C'è aria di festa, la morte è pure questa. Dice che è proibito anche pensare. Sogno proibito di qualcuno e castigare. Yeah. Li sento parlare di vite bruciate, ma non permetto più. Qui niente male, all'eterno funerale. Chiudi la festa, rinuncia alla tua festa. Dice che è proibito anche fumare. Io vi lascio il giorno, ma la notte è solo mia, yeah. Mi piace godere, ma è chiara la vita, perché ci giochi tu. Mi sento parlare di riti pagani, ma non permetto più. No! Dice che è proibito anche volare. Io vi lascio il giorno, ma la notte è tutta mia, yeah. La fine del mondo sarà l'albo di notte, ma non è colpa mia, no. Qualcuno ci ha provato, gli ho detto tu da qui non mi allontanerai. Mi piace godere, a volte pensare che l'amore è gelosia o tirannia, yeah. Mi sento tradito se ti spari le peli e non ne ho visti più, ma più. Proibito.
Proibito! You may notice some more people popping up on my friends list. I finally added some other rock band drummers on here because I feel like my friends list is like 4 people. So I added them. These are the people who are on the leaderboards right now that are currently competing for the top spot. I need to know how I measure up. All right, one more song, and then we're going to take a little break, so get your questions ready. If you got them. Here we go.
Vivo guardando le stesse facce, sentendo le stesse storie, pensando oh, quello che volevo, come il vento che soffia prima della tempesta. Un brivido percorre la schiena, le spalle al muro, che ho paura, resisto. La via per il lato oscuro, poco tempo per correggere gli errori commessi. Dimmi come porterò i miei sogni. Dovrei passare tutta la vita a pensare alle cose che ho, alle cose che vorrei, al modo di raggiungerle e poi come difenderle. Ma io non so cosa avevo prima e non so quello che ho adesso. Sorrido ad ogni nuovo giorno perché vivo sperando che le persone che amo proseguano nel viaggio. Dammi a fianco, ammiro dall'alto il paesaggio, la bellezza intorno. La di Catania, sopra il furgone, una breve tappa a Roma, città dell'imperatore. I doni da Genova, le lacrime di luglio, infondere paura come forma di controllo. Dovrei passare tutta la vita a pensare alle cose che ho, alle cose che vorrei, al modo di raggiungerle e poi come difenderle. Ma io non so quello che ho adesso. Sono storie facili come quelle che ti raccontavano da piccolo e tu credevi vere. Come è stato facile stare fermo immobile, chiudendo gli occhi e rinunciando a vedere. Sono storie facili come quelle che ti raccontavano da piccolo e tu credevi vere. Come è stato facile stare fermo immobile, chiudendo gli occhi e rinunciando a vedere. Non è più tempo di credere che tutto giri intorno alla solita marchetta radiofonica. Crisi di nervi, discografia, sceglieti cani per capire cosa va di moda oggi. Compra ragazzino, compra. O seguiti dei fantasmi, ora fantasma sono. Questo è quel che hai, perché tu lo vuoi. Hai, vuoi. Questo è quel che hai, perché tu lo vuoi ora. E dimmi se questo è quel che hai, perché tu lo vuoi. Sono il fantasma, dimmi se ci sei. Questo è quel che hai, perché tu lo vuoi ora. E dimmi se questo è quel che hai, perché tu lo vuoi ora. Sono storie facili come quelle che ti raccontavano da piccolo e tu credevi vere. Come è stato facile stare fermo immobile, chiudendo gli occhi e rinunciando a vedere. Sono storie facili come quelle che ti raccontavano da piccolo e tu credevi vere. Come è stato facile stare fermo immobile, chiudendo gli occhi e rinunciando a vedere. Facili come quelle che ti raccontavano da piccolo e tu credevi vere. Quanto è stato facile restare fermo immobile, chiudendo gli occhi e rinunciando a vedere.
That is a wild drum chart. Not gonna lie to you. Whew. All right, we're gonna take our first break right now, because I'm gonna need a little breather from that. If you have any questions in the chat, feel free to fire them at me. I will try and answer them. Cynicologist right out of the gate, what model are your Sony headphones? Looking for a new headset right now, might check those out. So these are, bear with me, I'm gonna take these off. The MDR 7506, it's like the studio monitor ones. They are not cheap, but they are very good. They are very good. These are the kinds of headphones we use in the studio. These are the kinds of headphones I've always used when recording. They are very good. Dr. Fat32 asking, do you speak any foreign languages? If not, what would you like to learn? I speak a couple of phrases in a bunch of different languages, but that's it. No, I took like 4 years of Spanish in elementary, junior high, high school, 5 years maybe, and it just didn't stick. So like I can muchas gracias my way through a little bit of like Tim Kaine Spanish, but I definitely can't hold like a real conversation in it. I would love to actually like go back and learn it at some point, because I feel like I have just enough retention that if I were to start practicing it again, I could actually be okay at it, but I just haven't. I would love to learn Japanese, haven't even tried. I know a couple of phrases in Chinese. Bu hao, I know because when it was one of the phrases that Daniel, who used to be in charge of the hardware at Harmonix, when he had to go to the factories in China and he had to let them know that he was not pleased, they taught him Bu hao, which I am to understand means not good, not acceptable. Guaylo, I know that one. Beyond that, I don't really know much. Oleg94 asking, excited for the return of New Japan this coming Monday. Yeah, as long as they do it safely. I still feel weird about everything opening up the way it is. I don't think this is going to go the way people want it to, but I'm trying to keep a positive mental attitude through it all. Over Minty asking, it's 2020, how are people still just finding out about Rage Against the Machine's politics? They're not. They just were able to pretend it didn't exist for long enough to say that, like, yeah, these riffs are sick. But at some point, that stopped being possible for them, and so they're acting like they didn't know. They knew. Everyone fucking knew. Bug Snacks theme in Rock Band when, says BB4 Lake. Hopefully soon. I think that game looks neat. I loved Octodad, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. 3OCT asking, do you think the firework effects of this game could be any more weak? Yeah, they suck. And sometimes that's funny, but I also kind of wish there was more. I kind of wish they had more explosions. Gamer152 asking, have you ever seen any live music in other countries? No. Does Canada count? I went to a punk show in Canada, in Toronto once, but that was it. I saw Gob play in Toronto. Let's see what else we got. BW asking, think you'll get to a level 100 in this game? Yeah, probably eventually. I don't even know how the leveling system in this game works. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing to, like, fuel that. Do I need to be playing more gigs in the story mode? What are we doing? I have no idea. Let's see what else. I'll take a few more here. Yeah, Vinny Bush is pointing out, Tom Morello has a goddamn guitar with Arm the Homeless on it. Now, again, it's willful ignorance. It is not they didn't know. It's that they did everything in their power not to know. And that power has worn off. Dude wants his rug. Are you okay? Hey, look at us. Just glad to watch you. I'm good. I'm fine. If I'm looking off to the side, I have the OBS screen up, and I'm making sure the shot's all right and everything. I still got, like, I wiped my face and it felt better, but now it's like something is tickling my face. It feels weird. I don't know why. I didn't even smoke before this. Like, it's not anything. It's just for some reason there's weird shit on my face. I don't know what the fuck to do. Always Be Clothing says make sure you drink water. Right here, full of water. Fan right over there. Best I got. It's not as hot in here as it was last week. There are a couple of songs that will probably test that later on, but right now I'm okay. Let's see. The Rizzle says you need to go completely hairless. Believe me, I'll get there as soon as I possibly can. Cool Jammer 00. Alex has been doing these streams high. No. But I'm just saying, I don't even have an excuse for why my face feels weird. That's all. I might have done one or two while partaking of an edible. I don't know. I won't confirm or deny. Stale Fishy says, you should smoke during Purge stream next week. Yes, that will be the last one I take for now because let's do our housekeeping right now. Next week, I announced this a couple weeks ago. We're going to announce it again. Next week is Hell Week. Next week, we are going to play a 25-song playlist of the absolute worst music I can possibly conjure from this video game. It is going to suck ass. Now, as I always say, this is not a judgment thing. If you like any of the songs I end up picking next week and you feel badly that I think they suck, you shouldn't. It's one drummer's opinion. That's it. Like what you like. Again, I support anyone liking whatever bad music they like, certainly over anyone who just doesn't like music. So if you like those songs, that's fine. I think they suck shit, and that's why we're going to play them next week. So get ready for that. I think it's going to be a good time. And by that, I mean a bad time that you will enjoy. It's going to suck. There is some bad music in this video game. You've heard a little bit of it. You're going to hear a whole bunch of it in a row. All right. let us move on to the next wing, the next block of this playlist. For this, we will be traveling to the country of France. Ah, the French rock band DLC. Known the world over for its excellence. Here we go.
J'essaie en vain de penser à autre chose que toi. Mais ton image est là comme une obsession. Quoi que les gens fassent, ils ont quelque chose de toi. Dans leur démarche, leur voix ou juste leur blouson un peu démodé, tu devrais le jeter, il est vraiment immonde. Et tu bouillonnes dans ma tête. Je suis en sueur comme une chevrette. Je tremble comme un écureuil. Je sens que je vais tourner de l'œil. Ma gorge sonne quand je te vois. J'ai attrapé le mal de toi. Ou peut-être une angine. Pa, 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 la, la, la. Ou peut-être une angine. Pa, 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 la, la, la. Ou peut-être une angine. Pa, 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 la, la, la. Ou peut-être une angine. Pa, 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 la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. J'ai beau m'escrimer, tu me mets dans un drôle d'état. Proche de l'Ohio, l'Iowa et l'Alaska. Je suis lascive et pensive et plus que ça. Mais saurais-tu mettre fin à mon tracas, à mes tourments, des milliers de gens, mais plus que toi au monde. Et j'erre comme un âne en peine. Je bois du rhum à perdre haleine. Je pars en fumée dès le matin de bonheur. Je fais des ronds, des A, des haut le cœur. Je détale comme l'appendicite. Je me sens vidé comme une truite. Tu retournes mon estomac, c'est toi que j'ai au fond de moi. Ou peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Ou peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Ou peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Peut-être une machine, pa, 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 la, la, la. Peut-être un alien, pa, 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 la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. Pa, la, pa, la, pa, pa, la, la, la. J'essaye en vain de penser à autre chose que toi.
Oh! Or I tied them. Either way. I did it. I think Anai was a singer in another band, and then this was like her solo stuff? I don't know. I don't actually know. That's what I seem to remember. No idea. Like I said, a lot of these bands, I don't know anything about. I know they're in the video game. I don't listen to a lot of music that I don't understand the lyrics in. Like Rammstein is one of the exceptions. There are a few others, but you know, like I like Sigur Rós as much as the next guy. I don't know what the fuck that guy's saying. But nonetheless, these songs are fun. They're catchy. I think this next one, yes, I know which one this next one is. It's about a guy named Manu Chao, but it's not by Manu Chao. Someone in the chat right beforehand said it's pronounced anhis, is how that last one was pronounced. The only language I pronounce more terribly than Mandarin is French. I cannot do French pronunciation of anything. I fuck it up every single time. So there. I know it. I know what my limitations are, and my limitations are I don't do French well. All right. Ever wondered what French nu metal would sound like? Ever wondered what would happen if Head PE were French? Let's find out together. Literally, they just sound exactly like Head PE, but the guy's singing in French. I know this. I've seen Head PE live. Not necessarily by choice, but I did it. And I know what that sounds like, and it sounds like that. There's good French metal in the world, folks. Check out a band called Alceste, which I am definitely probably mispronouncing. They are great. Playmo, not so much. All right, Gojira, yes. Thank you, Microtron. Let's do one more French song, and then we're gonna play a few more, and then we're gonna take another break, and then we'll play some more. That's usually the rhythm of the stream, so let's just keep that up.
Une légère envie de violence quand elle relâche ses bas.
suis plus à vendre, Ouna, je ne suis plus comme ça. Des rumeurs adolescentes me disent que je ne suis pas à toi et je pense qu'une part de vrai se cache. Dis-moi si je dois partir ou pas. Dis-moi, dis-moi si tu aimes ça, Ouna, car je suis fou de toi, Ouna, quand tu ne m'appartiens pas. Une violente envie de descendre lorsque ton bras se s'égare. Je ferai point l'enfant, tout cela ne m'atteint pas. Des rumeurs adolescentes me disent que je ne suis pas un homme, ma femme et rien d'autre qu'un homme à toi. Dis-moi si je dois partir ou pas. Dis-moi, dis-moi si tu aimes ça, Ouna, car je suis fou de toi, Ouna, quand tu ne m'appartiens pas. Quand tu me mords ou ça dérange et tu m'attaches les bras. Quand je fais sautiller sa frange, ses cris se tirent dans les graves. Quand le voyeur en redemande, moi je ne veux que une âme. La plus belle des plus belles jambes et de la place pour toi. Dis-moi si je dois partir ou pas. Dis-moi, dis-moi si tu aimes ça, Ouna. Dis-moi, dis-moi, non je ne craquerai pas. Dis-moi, dis-moi si tu aimes ça, Ouna, car je suis fou de toi, Ouna, quand tu ne m'appartiens pas.
Just making sure that was still over. It is. Whew. And that is the end of the French section of this playlist. Now, for these next few songs, I would have felt real weird doing this little world tour here if I did not include a few songs from a few bands from the region of the world that is, I would generally consider the metal capital of the planet, and that is Northern Europe. So I got a few bands here. All these songs are in English, but the bands, you know, they're from those very cold countries up in the north. And so, with that, let's get into these next few. A little bit of an intro here, too. Not an outro, though. Just FYI, I do not do the bass drum part in this song very well, so just bear with me.
My descendant
I knew I was gonna fuck up that bass drum part, but it's so fun. It doesn't matter. There's gonna be another one in a couple of songs that I'm also really gonna fuck up, but it doesn't matter because it's too much fun. Okay, this next one's a little lighter. Still a hard rock song though. And to my knowledge, at least, is the only song in Rock Band that is a certified Eurovision winner. That's right, folks. Talking about Finland's own Lordi. So here's the thing. I know I'm not the governing body of rock or anything, but I think you would all agree with me that if you're going to write a song and you're going to use words like it's a rockpocalypse and things of that nature, you need to be wearing at minimum the amount of costuming that a band like Lordi does. That's the only way you can pull off shit like that. The only way. If you are not at least at Lordi level, and honestly, you should probably be closer to Guar level, that's where you need to be to do that. I'm just saying. Eurovision contest winner! Hard Rock Hallelujah. I love Lordi. I mean, they're fine. I don't necessarily want to go out of my way to listen to them all the time, but I enjoy them. I enjoy their energy. I enjoy their costuming. I'm more of a Guar guy, but there's no reason to pit them against each other. I would think they would join forces. There was a petition going around today to replace, I think it was the Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond, Virginia, with one of Odorous from Guar, and I fully support that. I fully support that. Because unlike the Confederacy, Guar is something Virginia has to be proud of. All right, hang on. Let me just limber up for this next one. Gotta make sure I'm ready for this one, because this one's gonna fuck me up. For this one, we'll be moving over to Sweden. We will be, this is all for our Assassin's Creed Valhalla heads out there. Want to make sure this is, that I'm going to be able to do this right. This song will fuck me up. I don't care. It's too much fun not to play. So here we go. Twilight of the Thunder God. Ow! My leg. Let me be real clear. I got very close to 5-starring that song last night, and I thought, oh, I found it. I've got the power. And I did not have the power. I got through most of it. I'll take that. Amen and Marth, you motherfuckers. You absolutely bastard Viking motherfuckers. Whew. I am not a speed metal guy. I have made this clear in previous discussions regarding my drumming. I could do some double bass, but that shit, I don't have that yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Good news is the next song after this is very light comparatively. So I'm going to take a little break, take a little breather, talk to all of you at home, and see how you are doing. If you've gotten any questions, I will try to catch my breath so that I can answer them. Whew. That shit lets you know you're alive. And that you wish you weren't. Jesus. Oh, my hip. Okay, I'm fine. It's going to be fine. I'm sweaty now. That was the one. That was the one I knew was going to overheat me. Which is why I built in a break right after it. If snot starts coming out of my nose, that will sometimes happen when I play. When I'm when I'm just flush and tired, everything just releases. So, sorry if that happens in advance. Cool Jammer 00 saying, you ever see Drew Scanlon's documentary about going to Eurovision? Yes. It's very good. You should watch it. Safety Sam asking, are there any songs you don't own that it's possible to have in Rock Band 4, or delisted ones you missed out on? Anything that is currently live in the store and purchasable, I'm pretty sure I have. There were a handful of songs I never got. Most of them were of the, MTV pop project variety. Stuff from, TV shows and fake high school musicals and whatnot. It's only a handful, though. It's not very many. I'm pretty sure I have everything else. Health Myself asking, what pedal are you using? So it's a single pedal. It's part of this rig that Dustin Morabito built for me. It's a Mapex pedal. It's not, the best. You know, it's kind of probably the kind of pedal you would buy for, a practice or first-time kit. But it does the job. It's certainly better than the stock pedal on any Rock Band drums, be it plastic kind or the ion kind. And, I definitely would like something with a little more zhuzh in the springs, but this does the job. It gets me there. I wish I could do a double pedal setup for this. I don't have the right drum brain for it, because this kick drum pad that he has built actually works both ways. It works with the magnetic sensor that is the default Rock Band methodology, and then the pad itself has a sensor in it, so if you want to hook it up to a Roland drum brain or whatever, it'll register it that way. So if I did that, then I could hook a double pedal up to this thing, and it would work. I just don't have that brain and the money for that brain, so I haven't bought one. But, as magnetic sensor pedals go, this is probably the best one I've ever used. Sergeant Sphinx asking, would you like to see any Death Clock songs in this? Yes, of course, absolutely. That show rules. I love Metalocalypse. I'm sad they didn't get to do the final season. Fucking Adult Swim, man. I don't know what the state of that stuff is. I know at some point they put a few songs out in Guitar Hero. That was years ago. As far as I know, Brendan Smalls and Adult Swim are not on great terms, I think, over some of the Metalocalypse stuff. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I remember. So I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. But I wish they would. Vinny Bush is asking, how many DC Talk songs are we getting next week? I mean, Jesus Freak is in this game. We'll see. I haven't made the playlist yet. I just wrote a whole bunch of stuff down, so we'll see what we end up picking. Bait Dread asking, what screen are you using? I assume you mean, what am I watching? I just have an old Sony flat screen TV that I have in here. It doesn't do 4K or anything, but it does the job for what I'm playing in here. So yeah. Kane Highwind09 asking, what did you think of the post-harmonics Guitar Hero games? I think Guitar Hero 3 is fun, but probably a little too hard for its own good. I think Guitar Hero World Tour was the best of their band games. I think that Guitar Hero Metallica was the best of their single band games. I don't think Warriors of Rock was very good. And we all know, I think, what I think of Aerosmith and Van Halen. So that's kind of how I feel about that stuff. I thought DJ Hero was great. I love DJ Hero. I wish they'd made more of those. I know that Neversoft did not make those. I'm just saying. Nobi Guy asking, was I able to buy the Guitar Hero games? I haven't bought them yet, but I have decided that I'm going to. So that will be in the future, probably a few weeks out. But at some point, yes, I will probably start messing around with those games. And at least we'll play the songs in those games that never showed up in Rock Band. Because that's fun. We should get as much drum music as we can possibly squeeze out of video games. I'm not gonna buy Rock Revolution. I can tell you that much. But the Guitar Hero stuff, I'll definitely do. Let's see what else. Yeah, Cool Jammer points out that Guitar Hero Van Halen did have Stacy's mom in it, which makes no fucking sense. I assumed at some point Fountains of Wayne opened for Van Halen, and that's why that happened. But just of all the places to park that song and then never put it anywhere else, fucking A. Why? Why? Gamer 152, are you going to buy Praise Hero? Is that a real game? I thought that was just like some weird PC unlicensed thing. Is that a real game? I don't remember. I don't remember what it's on. But if I can find it, maybe. Is there any Amy Grant on there? Any Newsboys? Oh, Stacy's mom mentions Van Halen. Yeah, that's probably okay. That's probably why. That's a bad reason to put that song in that game. That's not enough. I gotta keep wiping my face because it's still doing that thing. I think this room might also just be very dusty. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to take a couple more, and then we're going to play through the rest of this playlist. It's a little shorter this week. After last week, it was a long one. I need a little breather. And next week's going to be its own kind of punishment. If not difficulty, then certainly for the soul. So, 25 songs, I feel like that's a good number. Whew. Guitar Praise, right. Guitar Praise. It was a PC and Mac game. Yeah. Shit. I should look into that and see if you can still get it. Probably not. Last one I'll take here. Stephen Wallaby asking, have you used the Rock Band 3 keyboard controller much? Yeah, I mean, I played a little of it. I had one. I still have one. It's in a closet somewhere. It's a neat controller. I mean, I understand why they never supported it after Rock Band 3 because no one bought that thing. But it was a cool controller, and it did, like the way they charted keyboard stuff from what I've gathered from people I know who play piano and keyboard, is that they did a pretty neat job with it. Funny story about that. When I was first trying out for bands in New York last year, around this time, in fact, I ended up trying out for this doom metal band. I didn't get the gig, obviously, but I went to their practice space to rehearse with them. And they had one just hanging up in their practice space. I was like, is that a Rock Band 3 keyboard controller? And he's like, oh, yeah, no, we heard from some people that it was a really good, like, cheap MIDI-compatible keyboard. We just bought it. Not for the game, just to have a tiny keyboard. And I thought, yeah, more people probably should have done that, because then they might have actually kept supporting that thing, but no one did. No one did. No one did. Which is a shame. Well, on that note, with that, we are going to move back into the playlist. And the next several songs are all from Spanish-speaking bands, Spanish-speaking countries. The first two are from Spain, in fact. Coming straight out of Basque Country, it's Platero E2.
One, two. Vas a cerrar el bar. No jodas. Yo quiero rock and roll. ¿A dónde voy ahora? No quiero ir a dormir. Me siento muy nervioso. No tengo a dónde ir. Hoy que lo rompo todo. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, 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 poco rock and roll. Yo quiero. Me dice un descolgado, vete pa' la guardilla. No sé qué buscas tú, pero hay niñas bonitas. Me voy para el lugar, dos putas sin madero. Y uno de los tres no es bueno. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, 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 poco rock and roll. Yo quiero. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, 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 poco rock and roll. Yo quiero. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, poco rock and roll. Ay, 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 poco rock and roll. Yo quiero.
It's just it's so the same through so much of it. You think they lull you into a false sense of security, and then they throw a couple at you, and you're like, oh, fuck. Ugh. Hey, ever wonder what Spanish nu metal sounds like? Here you go.
Acostumbrados al error que desprende el abismo, deja tu mente en suspensión y seguro que lo ves todo distinto. Introducidos por error en un gran laberinto, todo parecido con la realidad, solo es fruto de un jodido espejismo. Dame aire para respirar, agua bendita y un altar donde poder saciar mis aturdidos por el sopor que nos brinda lo mismo. Busco una vacuna contra el desamor, el tedio más fecundo y el arribismo. Dame aire para respirar, agua bendita y un altar donde poder saciar mis debajo de la piel va subiendo la marea. No preguntes por qué. No.
I don't like that band, but that song is fun. I'll give them that. I don't think I will ever seek out their other music, but that song, it's fun to play. Certainly better than that Playmo band. I'll give them that. Okay, so this next one, technically I'm cheating. It is an American band from Los Angeles playing a song. It's a cover that was popularized by another American artist, but it is based on a Mexican folk song, and I think that you will agree with me that it belongs here. So here we go.
Para bailar la bamba, que necesito una poca de gracia para mi partida. Y arriba, ay arriba, por ti seré, por ti
resist. Too fun of a rhythm. Whew. I said during Game of the Year last year when we did the video lists, La Bamba is not a song anyone in the world needs to go out of their way to listen to ever again. Not because it's a bad song, it's just everyone knows it. Everyone's heard it a million times in a million different things. It's one of those songs that is just like imprinted on people's brains. But in the context of a video game where you are playing the song, it's perfect. It's the exact context you would want to listen to La Bamba again. I wish there were more songs like that in this game. Songs that are so ubiquitous that no one would go out of their way to listen to them, but to play them, oh yes. That's what I think. Just one man's opinion. Okay, next band. This next band is the one I'm thinking of, so I'm going to tell the story now. Hopefully I remember the right order of this. They are called The Warning. They are from Mexico. They are three sisters who, if I'm remembering the story correctly, started playing music because they used to play rock band together as a family. I was looking up, just reading up on them a little bit before this. They have a couple of songs in the game. This next one is very, very good. Unfortunately, they were supposed to have their first North American tour this year. And then COVID happened, and I feel really bad about that. So this is for them. Hopefully your tour gets to go off without a hitch when everything is normal, if everything's ever normal again. Here you go. It's The Warning. It's called Survive.
Don't come to me saying that you cared, that I was the one who was never there. Don't come with your lights in the air. You keep blaming me and it ain't fair. Don't come telling me that you're worried that I'll be hurting if you're gone. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean
song's wicked fun. And it became a band because of Rock Band. I mean, how great is that? They're like the good universe version of Crooked X. Crooked X was the teenage band that was brought to Rock Band. It was fucking awful. The Warning came out of Rock Band and is great. Good for them. I hope they get to go on tour soon. Sincerely. All right. We got what do we got? 5 more? Okay, we got a couple more Spanish songs too. This next one, I think every Spanish-speaking person probably knows this band. I'd heard of them, and I don't speak Spanish. I'm of course talking about Mana.
Try
kind of fuck you up at the end there. That's a band I feel like I would actually enjoy if I went deeper into the catalog. Because that song slaps. And given how much people seem to talk about that band, I feel like they are probably very good. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it. All right. We have one more from the Spanish-speaking world. It is one of the only artists who has non-English language song artists that has a bunch of songs in this game. I'm, of course, talking about Colombia's own Juanes.
Se vuelve color con verte y el deseo de tenerte es más fuerte, es más fuerte. Solo quiero que me lleves de tu mano por la senda y atravesar el bosque que divide nuestras vidas. Hay tantas cosas que me gustan hoy de ti. Me enamora que me hables con tu boca, me enamora que me eleves hasta el cielo, me enamora que de mí sea tu alma soñadora, esperanza de mis ojos. Sin ti mi vida no tiene sentido, sin ti mi vida es como un remolino de cenizas que se van, volando con el viento. Yo no sé si te merezco, solo sé que aún deseo que le des luz a mi vida en los días venideros. Léeme bien los labios, te lo digo bien despacio. Por el resto de mis días quiero ser tu compañía. Hay tantas cosas que me gustan hoy de ti. Me enamora, que me hables con tu boca, me enamora que me eleves hasta el cielo, me enamora que de mí sea tu alma soñadora, esperanza de mis ojos. Sin ti mi vida no tiene sentido, sin ti mi vida es como un remolino de cenizas que se van. Me enamora que me hables con tu boca, me enamora que me eleves hasta el cielo, me enamora que de mí sea tu alma soñadora, esperanza de mis ojos. Sin ti mi vida no tiene sentido, sin ti mi vida es como un remolino de cenizas que se van, volando con el viento.
Oh. I don't know why people in the chat are talking about Boris, but yes, fuck yeah, Boris. Whatever the reason is, Boris, yes. If you were a drummer in this game, and you were looking for something to play that maybe is outside your normal wheelhouse, you could do a hell of a lot worse than the Juanes songs that are in this game, because they are all fun. Every single one. If you like Latin rhythms, I do. They're talking about Boris the band, not Boris whoever else. Boris is great. And it's appropriate that you would bring up Boris, even though they're not in this game, because we are now leaving the Eurozone. We're out of all of that. We're going to Japan for these last few songs. These are the Japanese artists that are in this game. There aren't enough of them. But then again, Rock Band Japan never happened, so I kind of understand why they didn't go and get a whole bunch of those songs. Nonetheless, here we go. Here's our first one. Literally called X Japan.
Can't you see me standing right here? Left bleeding from fear. I will give it straight from my mind. I'm calling you in. Can't you see me standing right here? Left bleeding from fear. I will give it straight from my mind.
Here's a fun fact about that song that I learned yesterday. It's apparently the end theme for Saw 4. That's not one of the ones I watched of the Saw series. So, I have no idea. I mean, if you're making a fourth Saw movie, you're like, Extra Pan could do the theme, I guess. I don't see why not. There's no reason why not, but like I don't know. There should be more Japanese bands in this game. I don't think that's a controversial statement. Give me some Shonen Knife. Give me some Melt Banana. Give me some Boris. Shibo Mato. Whatever you got, give it to me. I'll play it. I ain't too good for it. All right, we got a couple more. This next one comes from a name that maybe some of you will recognize from the world of video games. He co-founded a little studio called, oh God, what the hell are they got? I always fuck up the name. I always fuck up the name. Not a own shot, that's what it is. That's what it is. Here we go. Now it gets a little funky at the end. It's a little funky the whole way through, but a little extra funky at the end. Messiah Matsura. He has solo albums. I think they mostly sound like that. I have no idea. I haven't listened to the album. I don't think this song is on Spotify. I went looking for it once. I don't know if any of his stuff is on streaming in the US, but if you can find it, find it. That's what I say. All right, we're coming to our final song. Thank you, as always, for joining me here on Be Drummin. We'll, of course, be back next week with Purge Week. We will be playing the worst music imaginable, so look forward to that, I guess? Yeah, we'll say that. Oh, I'm just going to play it because my energy level is starting to a little bit. So I'm just going to say, we'll play it, and then I'll say goodbye and all that fun stuff. So here we go. Last song. You might be able to guess what it is. Never get tired of that one. Never, ever, ever do I get tired of it. Oh. Whew. Well, with that, I think we are going to say goodbye for tonight. As always, thank you for joining me here on Be Drummin, for joining us on all of our streams as we continue to be locked inside forever. We will be back next week with the worst music imaginable that I can conjure from this video game. We appreciate you sticking with us. Stay tuned tomorrow for a live Beastcast, I think. We'll say it's live. I think it's live. We're doing a Beastcast, I know that much. As well as the hotspot and a variety of other things. We will be back next time. Have a good one. Stay safe. See y'all later. I'm going to have to hit the mouse button now. Here we go. There will be a fade out on the archive. There always is. Bye.